George Pickens on the franchise tag isn't a gamble, it's a calculated pause. And when I look at how this front office is moving, I see a team that finally understands timing is everything in the NFL. I am Carlos Eduardo, and we need to talk about what this decision really means for the Dallas Cowboys and the future of the star. From my perspective, tagging Pickens is about leverage and long-term vision. The numbers matter. Around $28 million for 1 year gives Dallas flexibility. It keeps a 25-year-old wideout who just put up 93 catches, 1,429 yards and 9 touchdowns in-house without locking into a deal that could handcuff the cap for the next 5 seasons. That's not hesitation, that's strategy. What I see on the film is a true outside receiver who changes coverages. Pickens forces safeties to cheat. He wins on vertical stems. He high points the football like a classic X-receiver. When Dak Prescott needs someone on the money downs, Pickens has shown clutch factor. And pairing him with CeeDee Lamb creates what I call a triple threat dynamic when you factor in the run game. And that's where Javonte Williams comes in. 3 years, $24 million. That's not reckless spending. That's controlled aggression. They secured the run game first. They stabilized the offense. Now they're saying, we can focus on fixing the defense.
Asavani Lajit the Lowe's fan haters is a mess and our right of first lottery.
Now they're saying,
They'll sign there. Overthinking the offense.
Now they're saying, we can focus on fixing the defense.
Breaking the Lomano. Radiance Milan. Telling of them.
If I'm being honest with Cowboys fans, this is the right order of operations. The offense wasn't the core problem last season. The defense was inconsistent. Gap discipline broke down. Communication in the secondary faltered. And when you can't get stops in January, none of the offensive fireworks matter. That's why moving on from Matt Eberflus and bringing in Christian Parker signals a philosophical reset. This isn't cosmetic. This is structural. Stephen Jones saying they want to fix this defense tells me the cap strategy is deliberate. The tag gives them breathing room. They don't overextend at receiver. They preserve flexibility to attack defensive tackle, linebacker depth, maybe another edge presence to complement Micah Parsons. Championships aren't won by loading one side of the ball and hoping for the best. I've covered this franchise long enough to know the ghosts of the 90s dynasty still linger. Back then, Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones built balance. Troy Aikman didn't have to win shootouts every week because the defense set the tone. Emmitt Smith didn't run into light boxes by accident. Michael Irvin didn't operate without protection. It was structure. It was physicality. It was identity. Right now, Dak, CeeDee, Pickens, and Javonte can score with anyone in the NFC East. The Eagles are still dangerous. The Giants are rebuilding with edge pressure in mind. The Commanders are young and aggressive. You don't win this division just by outscoring people. You win it by controlling tempo and dominating the money downs. From my analysis, tagging Pickens also sends a message to the locker room. Perform and we'll invest in you. But we won't panic. We won't bid against ourselves. That discipline matters. America's team can't operate emotionally. The salary cap punishes impatience. Now, is there risk? Of course. A motivated player on a 1-year deal can be explosive or distracted. The front office better maintain strong communication. But I believe this is a calculated bet on maturity. Pickens is entering his prime. At 25, his best football is ahead of him. And if he repeats or exceeds last season's production, you negotiate from strength in July. What I appreciate most is the sequencing. Secure offensive weapons. Reset defensive leadership. Preserve cap flexibility. That's how you build a contender instead of a highlight reel. The atmosphere at AT&T Stadium demands more than playoff appearances. Playing under the bright lights means expectations aren't seasonal, they're historical. The star represents Super Bowls, not wildcard banners. From where I sit, this move isn't about 2026 alone. It's about positioning this roster for sustained contention. If they nail the defensive upgrades and maintain offensive continuity, this team can legitimately chase the next ring. And that's the standard. Not relevance, not statistics, rings. Under the star, anything less is unfinished business.